Previously, Lebo explained her journey starting warm herbals. On this video, she will be sharing all the products and how to use them. Stay tuned. Let's get into our products. If you can just explain to us what the product is, what is meant to do, and yeah.
Okay, I will start with our womb tea. Womb tea, we basically developed this because we realized that ladies were having periods that were painful and that they had clots. So some people were just clotting and not understanding that you need to at some point stimulate your body so that they come out. And the period pains are based on how much clotting happens in the womb.
Okay.
Then the second thing is coldness. So a lot of us walk bare feet on tiles. You know, in winter time we're not really worried. You just need to wash whatever you're washing and you hang it. All of that coldness goes and sits in your womb. So womb tea helps a lot because it really helps your body regulate that. You regulate your bleeding, it regulates your hormones. It all starts in the brain. You know, when the brain function is perfect, like we said, we're pressing the reset button. It goes back and it goes, okay guys, this is how the cycle is supposed to be. So it balances your hormones, which will then regulate how your period comes. And because there are specific herbs that have been put in womb tea that really just their job is to make sure that there's movement in the womb. When there's movement, there's less cramping, but we're squeezing everything out. Because if I've got blood that's sitting in the back of the womb, next month for sure that blood would have clotted.
Of course.
Yes, meaning that the next period is more painful. So we really just, it's created to tone the womb so that we ease those period pains. It deals with the balance between your heat and your cold, really. So yes, and it's cleansing, it's blood cleansing. That's why it works well for ladies that have got discharge problems. If you start having white, yellow, whatever color, brown discharge, womb tea is your go-to because it cleanses your blood.
Yes. Is it for everyone or is it for specific people?
So because of the composition of the herbs, we can't say this is just working for males or females. Males have got kidneys, females have got kidneys. There are herbs in here that are brilliant for a kidney cleanse. So womb tea works for women, but if you're a male and you've got issues with your urine and you've got issues with your kidneys, you'll start with womb tea before you go over to men's tea. Yes, so it works with both genders, but mostly it was created for women.
So can someone without an issue use it? Just to say, I just want to clean my blood.
You can just use it to detox, basically. You know, we're living in a time where everything is processed. So if you just feel like every now and then you just want to cleanse and get toxins out of your body, this is it.
Our next products,
we have the steaming herbs. So we've got two different blends of steaming herbs. There's a general blend that will help with ladies that are struggling, like I said, with period pains. Some will just tell you, as we grow older, certain things start to give in the body. There's ladies that always have serious lower back pain. The steam helps a lot with that. There's people that are struggling to sleep because of stress. If I've been married for 8 years and I'm not having a child, it starts to eat away. I stress and I stress and I stress. Steaming herbs, you steam, you'll start feeling that I'm a bit calmer these days. You know, everything else, I do think a lot, but not the way I used to. So it balances all of that out. Our steaming herbs can be used to maintain your pH. So once you've had your womb tea and the discharge is gone, you steam to maintain that pH, a healthy pH, so that the discharge doesn't come back, the infection doesn't come back. So it works for many different things. The very same steam can be used in smaller quantities to steam your face. Remember, it's there to align. So when you steam your face, you open your pores, you get the herbs that are in here through your pores. It will cleanse out pimples, anything that's got a link to your hormones, we can clear it up with our steam. Then we've got another blend that is for endometriosis and fibroids. There's a different blend, reason being I need to use stronger herbs for those
because that's stronger issue.
Yes, and mostly people that have endometriosis go through terrible pain, where what I've used in here is not enough to help them with their pain and to ease their pain. So I always explain to people and say, you cannot come and kill an ant with a bazooka while you can use your finger. That's why there's a difference, ladies. A lot of, this is very important. I was sitting on a page, and as I'm going through these pages, there's one lady who literally posted and said, herbs are herbs, guys. Some herbs are brown and some herbs are yellow. They don't look like ours. Herbs are herbs. They all do the same thing. No. Our blend looks the way it looks because of a reason.
We perish because we lack knowledge.
The Bible you know
God wants us,
but we don't read, and some of us don't listen. So yes, there's a difference. There are stronger herbs than what I have in here, of which I've made a point to package them for ladies that have those issues.
And then can I use this if I want to steam every month after my periods?
Yes. So you can use this. That will also help in, there's a funny picture that I saw. So you can have your period day 1 to day 4, then day 5 your underwear is clean, and then day 6 somehow there's something that like, where do you come from? Yes, so that will help. So if you train yourself to always remember after your period you steam, you prevent all of that. You make sure that everything comes out, and when it ends today, it ends today. It doesn't visit again after 2 days. Yes.
Our next products.
I feel like the
guys,
steaming,
we're learning, and I hope you'll take this very serious before you buy. At least you know what your problem is, and you know what product to get.
So I feel like the steaming herbs have been sold as only just a sexual enhancer. So I won't go there because everybody has done enough of that. They've done enough of that. So yeah. Then we've got a wand. A lot of people get scared when I pull this out because they go, is that for pleasure? Or I'm like, for pleasure but in a different way, not in that way. So
now I'm thinking,
what is this? So this is a wand. This is for ladies that have given natural birth, maybe 2-3 babies, and it's not exclusively only for those ladies, because there's some people who just feel like, I'm not myself anymore. It feels like there's a bit of stretching that happened. So because our coochies, do I say coochie?
Our yonis.
Our yonis, they are made from muscle. This helps muscle contract, and it really trains it that you need to come back to this size. We want you smaller, right? So that helps with the tightness, ladies. The men will know.
I think this also boosts your confidence back.
It does.
Because the funny part or the sad part is you've been giving birth, you've been giving this man kids, and when there's a bit of a stretch, and it's like, hey, what happened?
And he says something. Yes. So this brings back your confidence. And most of the time, ladies would go, I don't want to talk about what happened after using the wand. I was shocked. It's good, it's a good response, because that also wakes him up a little bit and frightens him a little bit. Or hey, there's things out there that that do things. So this is amazing for ladies that have been in marriages that have been bruised by cheating. This it really helps, because that person goes, I almost left my person for someone else who was, in my mind, younger and better.
Exactly.
So I really love this, especially for older ladies. It really does wonders. It does wonders.
So with this one, the tightening, is it permanent, or you need to use it over and over?
So you will use it. I always explain to ladies and say, if you've used it today, you can have sexual intercourse today, tomorrow, and maybe on the 3rd day. You need to feel your body. Remember, our bodies are not the same.
Yes.
With me, I can use it every 4th 4 days, you can use it maybe once a week. And so it differs. You need to literally get to know your body.
Okay.
And of course, you'll get the response. He will tell you, what's going on.
Yes. What I'm asking is, does it mean you're good? I'll have to use it for the rest of my life, or the tightening might stay?
So the tightening might stay. Why? Herbs tend to stay in your body.
Oh, okay.
That effect stays, but it's not something that I'm going to say you'll have to now use every day for the rest of your life, or you can't live without it. No. So it's not like laser. It's not going to do a permanent tightening, but as well, it
makes a difference.
It makes a difference.
Okay.
Yeah. So, yes.
Ladies,
need to get themselves one. Then we have our Yoni Soap. This is soap that we make from scratch. So sometimes people get, how can I say, they get confused, because we tend to say the soap is ready. On our WhatsApp we get to post status and say the soap is not ready yet. We make this ourselves, so it has to stay and cure before you can use it. This is so that you stay fresh, the yoni, because now you don't want to use anything that's fragranced on the yoni. Now you're calling on those infections. Now you're calling on that itchiness that you don't know where it comes from. So we've made a soap that you can use on your yoni. You stay fresh. It has no fragrances, so we're not really tampering with anything down there. Everything stays balanced, and yes.
Thank you for explaining that, because I was about to ask Guguti, we've always had Guguti, we shouldn't use any soap on our yoni. So why did you make a yoni? So it's clear, Guguti, this one is gentle. It's more like your
gentle.
whatever product. I don't want to mention product. The product that you use to wash your yoni.
Yes. The problem with what I have with feminine washes, ladies, feminine washes are made from chemicals. So I've used feminine washes, but I've always used it half the bottle, and for me it didn't make sense, because my problem didn't go away really. So I had a problem with that, but it's the chemicals that are used to make them. And literally here there's no chemicals.
All organic.
All organic, all natural. There's no chemicals, so you're not gonna have a breakout or a flare up because you've used that. Okay. Then we make oils. We have our yoni oil that ladies will use. So somebody will go, I work in a place where I always have to be seated. Every time when I get up, guys sweat, and I go to the loo and I come back and I'm thinking, but there's a smell that develops. Remember, especially now in summer, bacteria grows when it's hot. Yoni oil will help keep you really fresh, smelling, amazing and dry. So it helps a lot. It can be used in the bedroom as well. So if you need lubricant that's going to do more than just lubricate, yoni oil, it gives off some heat and some warmness that some men like every now and then. So yeah. So it really makes things exciting in the bedroom. Every now and then you just change things up and switch things up. Then we've got someone here who has been really discussed over and over again on the internet. So this is a yoni pearl. Look at the size of that.
Hope they can see it.
I don't know if they can see it. It is so small. It's literally like my pupil. It is so small.
This is the yoni.
So this is the yoni pearl that you will use. People always get scared and say 3 days. How am I supposed to pee? How am I supposed to, Ladies, the same way you do with a tampon. It stays in there. You're made out of muscle, so it will hold and it will sit snug. And when you're ready, you'll just pull it out. So yes, there's a whole lot of.
It is safe.
It is safe. It's not going to get lost inside of you somewhere, unless you put it in there with the string. But even then, just like you do Kegels, you can push it out. So yeah. It's safe.
So what's the difference between the pearl and
the steaming herbs? Okay, so here first of all, we don't have extra heat that we give in your body.
Okay.
So what I like about the pearl is that there are herbs in here that are not in the steam. Those herbs, their job is basically to almost go and cut any excess dead flesh that's inside of you. Pull it down. It's concentrated. The herbs that are here are ground up, small, and they are concentrated. So it really goes and focuses on that area. Slow releasing. We're steaming, I'm sitting now for 15 minutes. It all gets absorbed, and now that means that if I were to measure it, I've got a specific milligram that I've really just gotten into your body at that time.
Yes.
When you get up from the steam, there's no herbs that are being added onto what you already have inside, where this is slow release. So over that 3 days or 72 hours, you are slowly releasing herbs into your system. That's why even 2-3 days after removing the pearl, you'll still be cleansing and getting all of those other things out that shouldn't be in your body. So yeah.
Can everyone use this, or you recommend it to specific people with specific issues?
I recommend it to specific people with specific issues. Let me tell you why. If you have a discharge problem, itchy or not, I can't give you this, because the moment I give you this, I'm saying it must become worse before it gets better. Why? The nature of this is to pull everything out, meaning that all of that discharge is going to be gathered in one place and it's going to come out. It's not comfortable for you. It's not comfortable. When you could have taken tea and it would have naturalized and neutralized everything in your body, let it come out maybe in like a clear mucus where it's not itchy.
Okay.
Yes, and then this is for mainly for ladies with fibroids and endo, because it really helps them. It has done so much difference and so much good in ladies with those conditions that I keep it for them. Sometimes we don't need to be so harsh and say, just use the pearl, you know, even though some people want shortcuts, but that shortcut comes with a price every now and then.
Okay.
Yes.
Back to what we said earlier, you're not doing it for money, because if you're doing it for money, you just give people
I'll just make anything and I'll make you buy it. Go use it.
Use, because you're chasing the mullah.
Yes.
Okay. And next products?
Yes. So we've got, because we can.
This is the men's tea.
Yes. Okay. I'm gonna come to the ones at the back there. Okay. Let me pull this one. So this is the men's tea.
Okay.
Men's tea would be for, I love it, for guys who drive. Your truck drivers, your policemen.
As I can love it.
Well, it does that as well. It works for the bedroom as well. But if you really have a guy that's driving, that needs to focus, that's always sitting, this helps. Prostate health, ladies. You need to give him something that will cleanse him every now and then. Really. There's this misconception that peanuts help. They help to boost the sperm. You know, at some point after eating a certain amount of peanuts, they start to turn on you. Your sperm doesn't really become that fertile and that healthy. But now there's a bad side to that. It attacks your prostate. So this is good. If your man loves peanuts, get him this so that he can just get it out of the system every now and then. It can cleanse brain function. Really, when you just need to be focusing the whole time, looking at, maybe it's surveillance, people who are working with cameras and all of that, it helps for concentration. It's not mainly just for ladies, for men, sorry. In the lady's body, it does something else. It becomes like an energy drink. Okay. For the ladies. So everything that the man needs to help him focus and stay alert, to you don't need as much, but because already it's packaged in such a way that it's measured, to you it becomes an energy drink. Gives you energy. Okay. And what I like about it is that you don't have that dip. You know, when you're drinking energy drinks during the day, there's a point where you go, it's not, I can feel it in my system, it's gone, and then you just get a dip and you're tired now. This does that without really affecting you in a bad way.
Does it also help with sperm count?
Sperm count, it does. It boosts the sperm count and the sperm quality.
Okay. So
sometimes you'll see that, there's sperm here, but the doctor will tell you when you go for testing that not all of them can make babies. Not all of them can swim. So we help them.
This helps them. This is swimming lessons.
Swimming lessons and training, and we're giving them muscles here. So, okay, that's falling over. Right. There's something else. I don't know if a lot of people actually know about this. This is for your chest problems. So if you've got somebody that has asthma, someone that's working in an environment that really has harmed them over the years to a point where their lungs are weak, this is the one to go to. So we call this our flu pack because it kicks flu out completely. This is for mucus. So ladies that are trying to conceive, I always tell them that you need to minimize how much mucus you have in your body by not eating dairy products and red meat. This really just cleanses the mucus out of your body. So somebody with flu, somebody with bronchitis and all these other respiratory problems, this is the tea for them. It clears up your whole system. Yes.
Okay.
All right. Then, yeah, I think we're good.
What's
I think
this?
we're good.
Oh,
That's
this is
the endo blend. Yeah,
okay.
I think we're good because all of the other products, well, we can't show everything now. This video will,
obviously, if you've got a problem that was not mentioned or a product that was not mentioned for your problem, I'm gonna leave Lebo's details on the comment section below, on the description box below, and her Instagram and her Facebook page. And also, guys, don't forget to subscribe, to like and share the video, you know, like she did. She's helping everybody. Now we share so you can help another sister out there who's struggling with whatever.
yes.
And then, Lebo, thank you so much. What would be your last words for our brothers and sisters out there?
I would like to encourage everyone to speak. Like I said, these are issues that we can be working together in an office space and we wouldn't even discuss. We need to speak more about these issues. We need to enlighten each other about these, because there are people who are suffering out there. There's ladies that really cannot get out of bed. There are ladies that have stopped working because of endo or fibroids. So we really need to spread the good information so that we can heal each other. And be careful when you buy. Look into the brand that you're buying. Yeah,
very important. Yeah, very important. Don't jump from one brand to the other. It's for your own good. And to add on what you said, guys, especially as women, it's high time that we start loving each other, we start supporting each other, and not judging each other. Because on what I said earlier, about infertility, that a lot of people, when you're infertile, I mean, when you get married, you're expected to have kids as if God created you to go be a child bearer, but you're a helper. Most of these people that will start saying, oh, agazali lo, and it's women.
It's women.
It's women. And it's not men. It's women. And the same people, you know, there's this thing, Guti, abandonable munda bafane, this might be successful, this might be this might be this. Why don't they have the same mentality to say women are not the same, this might be fertile, this might not be fertile? Do you understand? It's high time we support each other. It's high time we love each other, we share information, and we will even, that's why men are taking advantage of us. That's why men are doing all these things, because as women we're not united. It is high time we unite, we share, so we can have a better society.
You know, there's nothing as painful as being hurt by another woman. And even at family gatherings, they know, ladies know out there, wherever there's 5 or more ladies, that one lady who still has not had a pregnancy, you know, someone's going to say something, someone's going to do something. So we need to start really standing up for each other as well.
Yeah, it's like you're not worthy to be a wife.
Yeah, no, you're not a woman. Because you can't have a baby, you're not a woman.
Exactly. And another thing, guys, people must stop asking people, when are you having a baby? Because you don't know what's causing that person not to conceive. It might be a choice, it might be it's not by choice, it's whatever that they are going through. And by you asking that, you might be adding salt into the wound. People have gone into depression because of us not knowing. So we really need to be sensitive on what we ask people, even families. If your daughter or whatever doesn't come to you, don't ask them. They've got a reason why they're not coming. Or maybe they're still dealing with it themselves, then they'll come out. Respect them, be sensitive, know what you're asking, know what not to ask, because we're killing each other basically. Do you understand? We're sending each other to depression, you know, and we're putting pressure to our sons to say why angazali umakoti and do you understand? And obviously when you're doing that, what are you doing into this man's home? Do you understand?
And it's not like we were created, like you said in the beginning, we were not created just to be child bearers.
Exactly.
We are nurturers.
We are helpers.
You know, we are helpers. In everything that the man does, there's a woman. Really. Everything, whether it's his work, whether it's his businesses, whether it's just job-wise, whatever, family, you are there.
You are a helper.
You are
the one that
helping.
was brought to help the man.
Yes.
And you are doing that.
And we hurt each other because you might be telling that lady, "Good, when are you giving us a baby?" Not knowing that your brother's the one, maybe.
Exactly. That's what I said, Guti. Most of the time, people they think, Guti,
it's the woman.
it's Lebo. It's Namsa.
Yeah.
Why can't you think, Guti, what if it's my son?
Yes.
What if it's my brother? What if it's my cousin?
And now we start to justify things that are wrong, because the husband might be telling her on the side, "It is really you. I don't believe the doctor that it's me. I think it's you." And when you get there and you say, "But when are you giving our brother a child?" You're justifying what he said now. So he tends to believe that, you know what, it is really you, because everybody else says it is you. So we need to support each other.
Thank you so much. And in closing, to all the men out there, if you're having such issues, don't only let the woman, the wife, go alone. You also need to go out there and check what the problem is, because most of the time men, they don't seek help.
Yes.
It's high time you guys, you change that and go out there and seek help. Do you understand? Because you might think it's your wife, can't, it is you. Anyway, thank you so much for joining us, and I hope this has helped you a lot. Till we meet again, thank you and God bless.